Ladies and gentlemen, our inductee, W. Marion Abby Abercrombie. W. Marion Abercrombie was the all-time great Albertville High School football player. He was selected in the late 1950s as the only unanimous choice to the all-time great Aggie football team. Sports writer Hal Hayes said that Marion Jr. Abercrombie was a fullback who ran with the football the way small boys do in their dreams. He was named the captain of the all-time great Aggie team. A 20-man panel of longtime Albertville residents participated in the balloting with the promise that his name and ballot would forever remain anonymous. Of the 11 honorees, Abercrombie, the class of 1949, was the lone unanimous selection. Aggie captains 1948, both Hall of Famers. On the left, Marion Abercrombie. On the right, Travis Hunt. Now take note that the lineman Hunt is wearing number 36 and the running back Abby number 55. Today, you'd never see that. Marion Jr. Abercrombie was a 5'10" 195-pound runner. His ankles were in such bad shape that he had a year of inactivity as a junior. During the 1948 season, his ankles were taped so tightly that he couldn't cut sharply or fake. Abercrombie has been quoted as saying, "I had to try and run over anybody who got between me and the goal." The captain of the all-time Aggie football team was a fullback with speed and power, rushing for a school record 1,008 yards, the first 1,000-yard rusher in Aggie recorded history. He was also recognized as never being tackled for a loss of yardage during his senior season. Abby could play defense, and he did. Here he squares up to make the tackle. The next photo shows the 1948 starters. Left to right, on that line is Glenn Chandler, Jimmy Frank Smith, Clifford Reed, Kyle Davis, Bobby Stewart, Travis Hunt at tackle, and Junior Kemp. In the backfield, left to right, Jack Wells, Virgil Holder, Abby Abercrombie, and Irby Jean Kemp. The University of Alabama won the recruiting war, but Abby was unable to pursue college due to family financial problems. His father was deceased, leaving his younger sister and mother's only income as janitor of the First Baptist Church. While in school, Abby was employed part-time at Whitten Auto Parts. Whitten Auto Parts was owned by Nevada Whitten of that first Gunnersville Wildcat team to beat Albertville back in 1927. And according to Abby, Nevada Whitten was like a father. As a young boy, Abby was introduced to a lot of those old football heroes from the 20s and 30s as they stopped by to talk football with Nevada. Young Abby was not only paying attention to the football stories, but his part-time job was laying the foundation for his career. Abercrombie became an ultra-successful businessman, and it all started 40 years ago with ownership of Abby's Auto Parts. 53 years ago, he married Frances, and they have a son, Joe, shown here with Dad, their business partners. The daughter, Becky Shepard, is a school teacher in Ringgold, Georgia. W. Marion Abby Abercrombie, a community leader, was the 1996 Boaz Citizen of the Year. He is a member of the Marshall-DeKalb Electric Board, Industrial Board of Boaz, chairman of the board of the First Bank of Boaz, and a past longtime member of the Marshall County Hospital Board. Abercrombie, the church leader, is an elder at Crestview Church of Christ. Here's Junior Abercrombie with his scarred-up war bonnet, last used in a battle against Gunnersville in 1948. If you remember one thing about this Albertville Aggie running back, remember as a senior, the youngster wearing 55 did not lose 1 yard. Never stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Ladies and gentlemen, our inductee, W. Marion Jr. Abby Abercrombie.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas. From keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth, MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this community channel broadcast.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh. Quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
Ladies and gentlemen, inductee Lyle Darnell. Here he is as an 8-year-old third grader. From an early age, he had a love for fishing and then football. His father was a part-time commercial fisherman, and fishing the Tennessee River with his dad was always special.
I remember one night, I was about 13 or 14 years old. Dad said, son, we got one out here big as a whale. And he came back in and got me, and we went out, and it wasn't that big. It was about a 50 or 60 pound cat, but it was a big fish at night out there in that water.
Coach Lyle Darnell has been a winner on the football field from Arab in 1950 to Boaz in 2003. The 1952 Arab High School offensive starters, left to right across that line: Travis Barnard, Jesse Stone, Jerry Coleman, the center Gwen Mitchell, next Delano Isom, Robert Ballou, and Wilburn Thomas. Left to right in the backfield, Doug Taylor, Bob Hawkins at quarterback, the fullback Thomas Eddy, and number 25 at left halfback, Lyle Darnell. As an Arab player, he received all county honors in 4 sports in both his junior and senior years. The Arabian Night basketball team, 1952, first row, Tom B. Meharg, the coach. Number 21, Douglas Taylor. Number 29, Bob Hawkins. 23, Wilburn Thomas. 25, Radford Cox. Jerry Coleman, manager. Lyle Darnell, number 22. Max Hyatt, 28. Donald Wright, 20. Jack Reynolds, 27. On the second row in warm-ups, left to right, Terry Ogletree, Junior Smallwood, Mickey Jones, Claude Small, Billy King, Max Cox, Buddy Embry, Travis Tidmore, M.F. Dodd, Buddy Lands, and William Bill Propes. The volunteer assistant coach directed the offense of the 2003 Boaz Pirates to the greatest statistics in school history and the first 11-game winning team in Marshall County history.
Coach Darnell is sending in a play with Brent Greer.
Here is the coach with Boaz quarterback A.J. Milwee. Darnell retired from head coaching in 1990, but has remained close to his favorite sport by volunteering with youth, junior high, and high school teams. Lyle Kenneth Darnell served as a head coach for 28 years, during which time he amassed a career record of 204 victories, 86 defeats, and 4 losses. Darnell played football and baseball for the Jacksonville State Gamecocks.
Even though Lyle Darnell got a scholarship to play football at a junior college in Decatur, Mississippi, he could still be classified as a walk-on.
I remember I hitchhiked 300 miles to Decatur, Mississippi. Rode a bus part of the way, and then the bus didn't, it's so far back in the country down there then that from Meridian, Mississippi, I had to ride a bus from Meridian on into I had to hitchhike in from there.
Darnell then transferred to JSU in 1954, where he got to undergo one of those famous college initiations.
They painted us up. And, all we had on was a bathing suit and had our head shaved. And they carried me way back in there, White Plains, somewhere back in there. I'll never forget, we went up to a house to try to call, and we got the door slammed in our face because they thought we was, idiots out there, clowns or something, with paint running everywhere and us with a bathing suit on.
Meanwhile, Darnell got a chance to coach several outstanding quarterbacks like David Gullidge of Pell City and Ed Lett of Glencoe.
Oh, well, I stayed on Ed so much, bless his heart. I told him, but I always told my kids, now the more I stay on you, the more I love you. Ed always, I remember one day after practice, he said, Coach, you sure do love me a lot, because you sure stay on me a lot.
Darnell won over 250 games as a head coach, and this past spring, he was inducted into the State High School Hall of Fame.
You know, I was just kind of in awe being down there with seeing all those other great coaches that was on the wall there. It was a great feeling, and my mother and daddy got to come, and as I said, they 81 and 80, and that was
What was that like?
That was, to me, that was one of the great things about the whole thing, that they got to see it.
Head coaching stops for Darnell were Huntsville, Thompson, Glencoe, Scottsboro, Etowah, and Pell City. The glory years of his career were at Glencoe with a 97, 26-2 record and the following honors: 1973 State and National Coach of the Year following a 13-0 state championship season, 10 Etowah County championships in 12 seasons, 6 Etowah County Coach of the Year selections in 12 years, and the coach of the all-time Etowah County team as selected in a 1998 survey of fans by the Gadsden Times. The coaches with his Glencoe assistants left to right: Jeff Milwee, Mo Smith, and Alton Yancey. Coach Milwee is the father of the Boaz quarterback A.J. Milwee that led the Pirates to the outstanding season in 2003. The Alabama High School Hall of Fame and All-Star coach was named the State Coach of the Year in 1980 at Scottsboro and 1986 at Pell City. This is the coach at Scottsboro the night he had picked up his 200th coaching victory. Here is the coach with quarterback Jeff Davis from the 1973 state championship game at Florala. Darnell has at least 60 former players that went on to play college sports, including Ed Lett, an All-American at Jacksonville State, David Gullidge, 1989 Gulf South Conference Player of the Year at Jack State, and Jeff Davis at Ole Miss. Former players Vince Hall and David Gullidge made it to the NFL. Coach Grandpa and his grandchildren, Bryant and Natalie. Lyle Darnell represents over a half-century of playing and coaching. Under the Shade Tree with Lou in 1999. Ladies and gentlemen, inductee Lyle Darnell.
Family-owned and operated Discount Building Supply in Warrenton is a whole lot more than building supplies and hardware. Stop by and browse their 130,000 square foot home center. You'll find popular smoker grills with supplies and seasonings, family outing and tailgate supplies, Yeti coolers, outdoor and hunting apparel, landscape management supplies, boathouse products, and everything to beautify your outdoor living space. Discount Building Supply and Home Center, 3 generations of the Walker family proudly serving your family. The physicians and staff at Lakeside Clinic in Guntersville are proud supporters of our local schools and athletic teams. Lakeside Clinic in Guntersville, proudly physician-owned and operated. RE/MAX Guntersville is a proud supporter of the Guntersville City Schools academics and athletics. Best of luck to the Wildcats throughout the year. For all your real estate needs, call on the local professional staff at RE/MAX Guntersville, 256-582-5585.
This is Julie Battles for Twilight Monument Company. It's hard to lose someone you love, and at Twilight Monument Company, they want to help give your loved one a nice memorial that you can enjoy for generations. Come see my papa, Jerry Battles, at Twilight Monument Company, 256-593-7792.
Hi, this is Paul Harris with State Farm in Guntersville, your local State Farm agent. I am a proud Guntersville alumni and Wildcat athletic supporter. Please give us a call at 256-582-3250 or come by and see us at 1246 Gunter Avenue across from the gas board for all your insurance needs. We are here to help life go right. Best of luck and go Wildcats.
Ladies and gentlemen, inductee Billy Hugh Hudson. Here is the MCHS High School 1946 football team. Left to right on the front row, number 21, Sonny Gordon. Number 14, Lloyd Darnell. 30, Cecil Stone. 11, Herschel Matheny. 16, Punch Whitaker. 13, Robert Duvall. 23, J.D. Heath. And 22, Alton Parrish. On the second row, Thurman Kennedy, left to right. Irvin Bolden is second. 12 is Robert Glenn Norrell. Number 20, our inductee, Billy Hugh Hudson. Next is Louis Burgett. Number 26, William Hardin Guinea Gullion. 24, Bobby Pickens. And 28, Martin Ditto. On the back row, Coach Woodrow Pig Davis. Coach Davis would go on to a very successful high school coaching career in the Columbus, Georgia area, and he had some sons to play for Coach Bryant. Number 15 is Howard McGehee. 10 is Bobby Solly. 17, Bruce Long. 31, Curtis Jones Jr. 19, Kelly Parrish. And 43, Ray Benefiel. Here is the MCHS High School 1946 team, the starting lineup. Left to right along that line. At left end or right end on the left side is Bruce Long. Billy Hugh Hudson is next. Louis Burgett. The center is William Hardin Guinea Gullion. At left guard, Bobby Pickens. Left tackle, Martin Ditto. And at left end, Alton Parrish. In the backfield, left to right, Punch Whitaker, the quarterback. Howard McGehee, Bobby Solly, and Lloyd Darnell. The captains for the 1946 season, number 17, Bruce Long, and number 20, Billy Hugh Hudson. Both young men were leaders. They would continue to lead in the future, and both would serve in Korea. Bruce Long's last days of leadership are shown in the last few words of a letter to his parents on July the 9th, 1953. The second lieutenant had left Auburn's engineering school to volunteer for the infantry. In the letter, he stated they had taken another hill and he was not as comfortable as he had been on the other hill, and that he must try to fix some kind of shelter for his men. He was killed on July the 15th, 1953. Billy Hugh, along with football teammates and others, would serve as pallbearers in one of the largest funerals in Guntersville's history. Billy Hugh Hudson earned a reputation as a tough lineman and was rewarded by being selected the team captain. He attended Auburn on a scholarship before transferring to Jacksonville State in 1948. Jacksonville State coaches Don Sauls and Dirty Wedgeworth helped develop Hudson into one of the Gamecocks' best, being selected to the school's all-time team. His Gamecock football days were interrupted by the Korean War. He served 2 years in the U.S. Army, having played 1 year of service football before going to Korea. Hudson became the head coach at Randolph County High at Wedowee in 1955. His third season found the group rated the 3A preseason top team. Hudson's success continued as the head coach of Clay County at Ashland in 1958-59. Alabama Governor Bob Riley played on one of Billy's teams at Clay County. Billy's the coach over on the left side. The coach on the right back there is a young Lyle Darnell. With the Cheehaw Conference Coach of the Year award, Hudson next headed to Boaz. The Boaz staff, left to right, Vanoy Jolly, who still lives in Boaz and does prison ministry for the Etowah County jails. Next is Lionel Tiger Wright, Billy Hugh Hudson, and the late C.K. Preacher Gant. 1962 Pirates beat his alma mater Guntersville for the first time in 20 years. He was selected the head coach of the North Squad for the 1964 Alabama High School All-Star Game. Other outstanding accomplishments for the Pirates under Billy Hudson include the first time in 21 years Boaz pulls a shocker, downing the Albertville Aggies 14-6. First Boaz player Ray Elrod selected for the All-Star Game. Cloyce Darnell, first Pirate to sign with the Southeastern Conference team, Vanderbilt. And Jim Bishop, first Boaz player in the NFL and the first Boaz Pirate inducted into the Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame. Pirate coaches and captains, left to right, kneeling, Coach Hudson, Jerry Kilpatrick, Boaz used car dealer, Cloyce Darnell, now a civil engineer, Fort Walton Beach, Florida, and standing, left to right, Coach Vanoy Jolly and Coach Sam Walls. Walls retired from NASA and lives in Boaz. Next, left to right, tackle Roger Lowry, deceased, the auto dealership by the same name, Roger Lowry Motors. Coach Hudson, and end Roger Morton, the owner of A1 Vacuum Business in Albertville. Gerald Thomas received a full scholarship for 4 years to Tennessee Tech. Seated beside Gerald is his mother, who is deceased. Standing, the Tennessee Tech coach and Coach Billy Hudson. Gerald Thomas teaches elementary in Boaz, and he coaches at Boaz High. Hudson's final stop was at Muscle Shoals in 1967, where he took over the entire athletic program in addition to coaching football. Pictured here with his 1967 Muscle Shoals team is Coach Hudson standing on the left side, and over on the right side, the Marshall County coaches that Billy carried with him for that first year. Standing, Hall of Fame board member John Allen. Kneeling, Hall of Fame inductee from last year, Gilmore Brannon. The 1969 Coach of the Year led the Trojans to an 8-2 record, snapping Russellville's 41-game undefeated streak. Hudson's Trojans of 1970 won for the first time over Deschler. Here Billy is pictured with a later staff at Muscle Shoals. Left to right, Gilmore Brannon, Bill Beard, Coach Hudson, Larry Grissom, and Butch Toner. He got to play for his dad. Here is Harold Hudson and his dad, Billy Hugh. At age 69, Hudson was in his second 6-year term on the Colbert County School Board when he lost a year-long battle with cancer. His wife, Tina, finished the unexpired term and then was elected to a term. Here's the entire family with Billy's mother, May Bohannon. Billy and Tina have 4 children: Helen, Billy Jr., Harold, Beth, and 7 grandchildren. His son, Billy Jr., has served on the Muscle Shoals City Council and is the current superintendent of Colbert County Schools. Coach Billy Hugh Hudson was inducted into the Colbert County Sports Hall of Fame May 13, 2003. Ladies and gentlemen, inductee Billy Hugh Hudson.
Congratulations to Buddy Bunch and his staff at Bunch Pharmacy as they were honored as the 2022 Health Mart National Pharmacy of the Year.
Screwdriver.
Screwdriver.
Pliers.
Pliers.
Phone.
Care can be distracting.
Phone.
That's why our new Whirlpool Smart Range lets you care smarter with control from anywhere. So life doesn't revolve around your range.
Give me that Phillips screwdriver, would you, kiddo?
Every day, care. Whirlpool.
Your local source for Whirlpool products and service is Bonds Appliance in Gunnersville.
Steve and Marilyn Murphy invite you to visit Harrelson Drugs. In addition to being your trusted healthcare resource, Harrelson carries a great selection of gifts and collectibles. You'll find aisles of the most popular names and brands suitable for any occasion. They're also your source for customized invitations and printing. You'll always find an all-occasion card to say exactly what you feel. Harrelson's also carries convenience groceries from the shelf and from the cooler. Harrelson Drugs on the corner of Obrig and Patterson in Gunnersville.
Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company.
Ladies and gentlemen, our inductee, Hugh Shorty Ogle. William Ogle, in 1923, told his son Hugh if he could pick a certain amount of cotton every day and still play football, it was okay. He met his dad's quota. Cotton picking would not prevent this determined youngster from wearing the red and black of the Albertville Aggies. Here is the 1923 Aggie football team, and the young man first row left is Hugh Shorty Ogle. He was 6 feet 4 inches tall, so they called him Shorty. Here's the Albertville basketball team, 1924, runner-up in the district tournament. First on the left is Hugh Ogle, an outstanding scholar with strong muscles on a lanky frame. On the far right, next to the coach, is Shorty's teammate and Hall of Famer, Rabbit Curry. Their Aggie coach in football and basketball, standing on the end, is Dwight Keith. Coach Keith would later be the head coach of basketball and baseball at Georgia Tech and varsity backfield football coach. Keith conceived and organized the National High School Athletic Coaches Association and served as its executive secretary from 1965 to 1973. He was inducted into the Georgia Hall of Fame in 1963. Coach Keith was probably the foundation for the coaching careers of a couple of future Hall of Famers, Shorty Ogle and Rabbit Curry. Albertville attorney T.J. Carnes, in his book Out of the Sand, described Ogle as probably the best coach this state has ever seen. And yes, this author knows about Bear Bryant. Shorty Ogle's Decatur Red Raiders of 1941 may have been the first high school team to use the modern-day T formation and one of the first 3 teams in the United States to use it, along with Stanford and the Bears of the NFL. The year of 1940 found Coach Clark Shaughnessy at Stanford unveiling the modern T formation. Coach George Hallis of the NFL Bears, with Shaughnessy's help, used the formation that same year against the Washington Redskins. Coach Ogle had read a magazine article about the unbeaten Stanford team of 1940 and the 1941 Rose Bowl champions. Shorty would immediately grasp the theory of Coach Shaughnessy's T formation. The 1941 Red Raiders would practice some each day on the T formation with adjustments from Coach Ogle. They held up using the new formation until late in the season. In a game at Huntsville, with Decatur leading by only a 7-6 margin at halftime, the boys started asking the coach there at halftime to use their new formation. And before heading back out on the field for the second half, the coach stuck his head inside the door of the dressing room and said, "Let's use it." Decatur won 47-6, and T formation football had come to Alabama. Notice the SSAAS on the jersey. State Secondary Albertville Agricultural School. That was the name of the school in 1924. He was a starter in all sports for the Aggies before attending Birmingham Southern on a scholarship and playing football for Coach Red Drew. Ogle made All-South end, and he was a super punter on the football team. Also lettering in basketball, baseball, and track, Birmingham Southern awarded him the Porter Cup for being the best athlete. Sand Mountain's farm boy was once referred to as the one-man track team. He left Birmingham Southern in 1929 to take a coaching job at Huntsville. The Decatur Red Raiders came calling 4 years later and lured him away with a $100 a month salary. The rest is history. Ogle coached 4 undefeated state championship teams, including his first squad. Other highlights include a 33-game winning streak and a career coaching record, including records of 253, 73, and 9 in football, 232 and 42 in basketball, 128 and 29 in baseball, and 147 and 31 in track. The roster of stars he coached is led by Admiral Don Whitmire, an Alabama All-American and National Football Hall of Famer, along with Auburn star quarterback and coach Bobby Freeman. Here is Coach Ogle and Coach Woody Hayes. Coach Hayes was in Decatur for a quarterback club meeting, and at this meeting, the two coaches had between them 491 career football wins. Hayes 238, Ogle 253. The coach was noted for having a water bucket and a dipper on the sideline. It's probably one of those habits from the early days. And here you see the youngster with the water bucket and the dipper and the footballs. Left to right, it's Joe Black and Barrett Shelton. Shelton, the tall lad, is the owner and publisher of the Decatur Daily newspaper. This is 1970. The coach makes the governor, Albert Brewer, an honorary D Club member. The governor was a manager for Coach Ogle. Shorty Ogle has been called the father of the Alabama All-Star Game. He was the winning coach in the 1948 inaugural Alabama High School All-Star Football Game, in which the North team won 33-0 over the South. But as far back as 1941, Coach Ogle was tinkering around with this idea of an All-Star Game. A team of Alabama All-Stars played a team from Tennessee in Decatur High School at their stadium there, and coaches Shorty Ogle, Jim Glover, they teamed up with Alabama's Paul Burnham and Auburn's Jimmy Hitchcock against the Tennessee players and coaches. And Gunnersville had a player in that game, Blackie Heath, who went on to become an All-American at Jacksonville State. He scored a touchdown in a 12-0 victory. Ogle in 1979 became the first high school coach to be inducted into the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame, followed in 1982 by the Birmingham Southern College Sports Hall of Fame. Alabama's High School Sports Hall of Fame selected coach to the charter class in 1991. The people of Morgan County honored him with a charter induction into its Hall of Fame, and Decatur named the site of all future high school football games Ogle Stadium at Decatur High School. 760 victories in varsity competition as a coach. Ladies and gentlemen, our inductee, Hugh Shorty Ogle.
Looking for a place that offers something for the whole family? Sand Mountain Park in Albertville is that place. Our membership packages are designed for the entire family. Our first-class facility features a top-of-the-line fitness center along with an indoor aquatic center, basketball and racquetball courts, child watch, group exercise classes, a state-of-the-art tennis center, an 18-hole disc golf course, and much more. SMPA is truly fit for the whole family. Become a member today. Visit sandmountainpark.com/memberships for more information.
Marshall County Gas is a proud supporter of this community channel broadcast. Remember, gas does it better naturally.
Everything that we do, we try to do the right thing, own our core values and in our statement of purpose. That's the way we live each day.
Ladies and gentlemen, inductee Randy Ross. From Corley Stadium at Boaz to Bryant Denny, the Randy Ross story.
And in the time that he's been there.
Randy Ross played football, baseball, and basketball for the Boaz Pirates. High school honors for Ross include second-team All-State quarterback in 1970 and All-County in 1969 and 70. Here is the Pirate football team, 1970, Randy's senior year. The coaches, left side on the second row kneeling, Vanoy Jolly. Standing behind him, Coach Dennis Hicks. On the second row at right end, number 17, Randy Ross. Standing to his left is Coach Jerry Dunn Sims. The 1971 Boaz Pirate basketball team, from left to right, on the front row, number 22, Terry O'Donnell, number 42, Randy Ross, number 32, Dan Gant, number 30, Trey Corley, number 20, Keith Roche. The players on the second row, left to right, number 44, Gary Price, number 24, Roger Morton, number 12, Glenn Franks, number 14, Philip Eubanks, and number 10, Tony Gaskin, number 34, Gene Miller. Standing on the left side is Coach C.K. Gant and manager Joel Dickinson. Standing on the right is Coach Jimmy Geiger. Ross played varsity baseball from 1967 through 71, including the East-West All-Star Game in 1970 and 71. Snead College offered Ross the opportunity to play 2 years of baseball. Achieving all conference at Snead led to Randy Ross playing 2 more years and earning all conference at St. Bernard College. Ross's first job in 1975 at Gaston High School was head baseball and assistant football coach. The Gaston Bulldogs won the Alabama State Baseball Championship. The state champions, front row, left to right, Steve Huey, Keith Shiver, Brian Mayo, Terry Tomlin, Lloyd Fleming, and Janik Terry. The middle row, left to right, Phil Couch, Mike Hester, Bruce Granger, Kenny Lemons, Chubby Porter, and Wayne Reagan. On the back row, left to right, Coach Ross, David Boyd, Dennis Gibbs, Marcus Stewart, and Lonnie Wyatt. They just happened to be side by side in the faculty picture of the Gastonian yearbook. Here's Randy Ross and Miss Ann Lowe. She would soon become Mrs. Randy Ross. In 1976, Ross held the same jobs of head baseball and assistant football coach at Southside Gadsden. He became the Southside head coach in football and the athletic director in 1978. His 1980 football team was ranked third in the state and ended the season with a 12-1 record. Former Crimson Tide quarterback David Smith was one of his stars at Southside. The coaching staff: kneeling, head coach Randy Ross; standing, left to right, the assistants Jimmy Owens, Mark Sneed, and Jerry Burkett. At Southside, Coach and Mrs. Randy Ross, the former Ann Lowe of Gaston. Ross served as Southside's coach for 9 seasons, then moved on as the head coach of Scottsboro 1985 through 86. The 1985 Scottsboro Wildcats were in the state 5A playoffs for the first time in history. Ross coached 15 players who later played college football. His record as a head football coach was 55-39. Ross then headed to Vanderbilt to tutor the quarterbacks for Coach Watson Brown. Here the coach poses with All-SEC player Alan Young. He was hired by Alabama's Gene Stallings in 1990 and served as recruiting coordinator, assistant football coach until 1997. After a brief tenure as director of football operations recruiting, he assumed the responsibility of athletic development. Ross spent 1 season in Bama's new development office before moving back in 2000 as director of high school relations. The message on the picture from Coach Gene Stallings, it says it all. The message is, Randy, thanks for doing a great job. In 2003, he assumed the role of Director of Football Operations for the University of Alabama, his 15th season with the Crimson Tide. It brings the responsibilities of recruiting coordination, office management and administration, game day responsibilities, athletics and university departments liaison, and team travel. While visiting with the 1992 national champions, Randy is congratulated by General Colin Powell. Always great to be back home in Marshall County. Randy is greeted at a Bama meeting by the Hall of Famer Dr. Ellis Porch, accompanied by his wife and grandson. Back home with a couple of Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame board members. Left to right, Coach Ross, Hall of Fame President Shannon Allen, and board member Frank Maston. Ladies and gentlemen, Randy Ross.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is a proud supporter of our community and our local schools, academics, and athletics. Best of luck to all our local teams throughout the season. Our mission at Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is to provide the most reliable electrical service at the lowest possible rate. We strive to achieve our mission with quality and reliable service and a commitment to our consumer needs. We want to be a beacon in each community that we serve.
With gas prices and inflation at an all-time high, Alexander Ford understands it's tough out there. We do not want to be just some dealership, we want to be your dealership. For all your sales, parts, and service needs, we believe we can save you money. We have new inventory on the way, a fully stocked parts department, and an award-winning service department.
Alexander Ford has been family owned and operated for over 50 years in Boaz. We want to be a part of your family.
Visit Boaz Discount Drugs and Johnson Hallmark in their new location just up the street on the corner of Highway 168 and Elizabeth Street in Boaz. Same helpful, friendly service with personal attention to each prescription. Boaz Discount Drugs is your prescription compounding specialist with custom medications to fit your needs. And Johnson's Hallmark is your source for all occasion cards and gift items.
Ladies and gentlemen, our inductee, Boyce Stone. Young teenager Boyce Stone in 1927. Now, this was just a year from playing football for the Albertville Aggies. Boyce Stone played football and basketball for Albertville High School from 1928 to 1932. He excelled in his football positions of guard, center, and fullback. This is one of several athletic certificates awarded Boyce from ASSAS. Certificate of Athletic Award to Boyce Stone, varsity football letter. Albertville Secondary Agricultural School for the season of 1930, awarded this 4th day of May 1931, signed by Coach Hoyt Levy and by J.J. Benford, the principal, who would later be the newspaper man in Albertville. The 1929 Aggie yearbook, commenting on center Boy Stone, said that Stone played center or guard as easy as Lindy flies a plane. The Lindy reference was to America's hero at that time, Charles Lindbergh. Now, this one is the 1931 team of Albertville Aggies. Let's look them over. On the back row, left to right, Alton Graves. His first, second is Stanley Matthews. Then it's Vernon Moultrie. Fourth is Thomas Howard, the tall lad there. Thomas Scoop Howard. Next to him, fifth is L.P. Dixon, who would later be the sheriff. And sixth is Jesse Morgan, charter member of our Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame. Then Hank Casey, Joe Albritton, and on the end, Coach Hoyt Levy. On the middle row, starting it off left to right, Maldo Johnson, a hard-nosed lineman for the Albertville Aggies. And on his shoulder there in the slot is John J. Davis. And next is our inductee, Boy Stone. Audrey Childs, Jack Dalton, Pete Casey, Clyde Vann. Second from right in on the middle row is Troy Mitchell, who would later be a Marshall County commissioner. Homer Jones is on the end. On the front row, Barney Davis, we're reading left to right, L.D. Watwood, Bo Smith, Leon Metlock, Paul Thompson, Belmont Ware, and third from right end, Glenn Hearn, who would later be the mayor of Huntsville. Then there's Ben Robinson and Jimmy Hughes ending out the front row. Now, upon graduating from Albertville, Stone played one season for a junior college in Kansas. Then he headed for Howard College, playing the seasons of 1934 through 1937. He picked up the nickname Stone Wall while playing guard and tackle for the Bulldogs of Howard College. And here it is, the Bears may hit Stone Wall. Boy Stone, the 190-pound guard and one of the 7 Howard Lettermen back for service this year, is counted on heavily to help stop the strong Mercer Bears when they invade Legion Field Saturday afternoon. Stone is a junior and hails from Albertville, Alabama. Following Howard, Stone returned to the farm one year. In 1939, he entered the National Football League with Brooklyn. His contract with Brooklyn called for $100 a game. This letter, dated August the 11th, 1939, to Boy Stone, Albertville, Alabama. Enclosed are your bus tickets to New York and railroad ticket New York to Farmingdale, Long Island. The bus terminal is directly opposite the Penn Railroad Station, from which leave the trains of the Long Island Railroad. And in the second paragraph, it reads, the running time for your bus trip from Albertville is 36 hours. Trainer Doc Sweeney will assign you your quarters, and either he or one of his assistants will meet each train on August the 20th. The next year, he went to the Cincinnati Bengals and at mid-season was traded to Columbus, Ohio of the New American League. The Columbus Bulls paid him $50 a game to play 2 or 3 games per week. Now, check down this Cincinnati Bengals roster. Down there to number 73, that is Boy Stone, Howard College, guard, 190 pounds. Returning to Alabama, Stone worked at the steel mill before entering the U.S. Navy. In the war with Japan, he served as a bombardier with a PB-4Y. Although he flew the Japanese-infested waters of the Pacific, we're not sure of all the battles that Boyce fought in, probably Midway, Guadalcanal, and a lot of the other hot spots. We know for sure Wake Island. The PBY was the first with the complete looks of the well-known flying boat, 2 twin Wasp engines. The most famous single engagement was perhaps the Battle of Midway, for they were the first to locate the Imperial Japanese Navy elements. Other big battles for the PBY was at Guadalcanal and Wake Island. A lot of the times the PBY was referred to as a sitting duck because of its lack of speed, although it was a tough and valuable part of the South Pacific victories. Here are some of the commendations to Boy Stone. November 13, 1943, as a Navy group, his crew sprung the trap set by the Japanese at Kapingamarangi. Then there was the commendation ribbon for meritorious and efficient performance of duty on January 3, 1944. February the 8th, 1944, the following from Admiral Halsey to the boys of Plane 23 Baker 35, a resounding well done for swatting Japs and how. And our final special recognition in his naval awards was for the Battle of Wake Island, the night of April the 5th, 1944. The commendation was the Distinguished Flying Cross. In a bombing flight, Stone was a crew member of a long-range night flight to bomb Japanese planes at this Japanese base. A heavy anti-aircraft barrage was encountered while approaching the target, but the airplane descended to 400 feet and one half of the bomb load was dropped on the northeast end of the runway at Wake. In this run, several shrapnel hits were sustained, seriously damaging the aircraft. One engine was left burning. A fire was started in the tail section. The hydraulic system was destroyed. The hydraulic fluid and the gasoline were streaming into the bomb bay. Despite the damaged condition of the aircraft, the crew extinguished the flames and decided on another run. But sufficient altitude could not be attained to drop the other half load of the bombs. On the return flight, aviation machinist mate Stone and two other crew members stood on the slippery catwalk over the open bomb bay doors for 1 hour and a half and worked without parachutes until the doors were closed manually and the gas leaks were repaired. Upon reaching the base, a landing was made in which none of the personnel was injured. The outstanding courage and the devotion to duty displayed by this man on this occasion are worthy of the highest commendation. From January to May 1944, there were 996 United States sorties delivered against Wake, dropping 1,079 tons of bombs. You've heard about just one on the night of April the 5th, 1944. Boyce, the unsung hero from Albertville, Alabama, survived 7 plane crashes in the war with Japan. One of those crashes killed the entire crew except Boyce Stone. He did suffer a hand injury. This is the Stone family. Boyce and his 3 brothers and sister all were in the military during World War II. The following honor was featured in the paper. Mrs. W.R. Stone, Route 4 Boaz, has 4 sons and a daughter in the service. Number 1 is Mrs. Stone. Number 2, George Stone, Navy. Number 3, Ralph W. Stone, Army. Number 4, Wilma Stone, WAC. Number 5, Milton Boyce Stone, Navy. And number 6, Charles R. Stone, Army. According to his niece, June Peppers, Uncle Boyce may have suffered a hand injury in the war, but it didn't keep him from becoming one of the best bowlers on Sand Mountain. He was a big-time tournament bowler. After the war, he joined the staff of his Aggie teammate, Scoop Howard, who was the new head coach of the Aggies. Stone also served at least part-time for 2 other Aggie coaches, Vernon Wells and Bobby Golden. This is the 1948 Albertville Aggies, coached by Scoop Howard, standing to the right with his assistants. Assistant wearing number 94 is Boyce Stone. Wearing number 64 is Alton Miller. The 48 Aggies would upset the previously unbeaten Wildcats of Guntersville on Thanksgiving Day, and this team featured 3 players as of this date as Hall of Famers here in Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame. On the first row, third from right end is number 37, Frank Reed. On the second row, second player from the left, number 36, Travis Hunt. And then the fourth player, as we read left to right, the fourth player on the second row, number 55, Abby Abercrombie. Now, all 3 were instrumental in turning around the game against Guntersville on Thanksgiving Day. Abby's interception led to the winning drive with a long pass from Kemp to Frank Reed. Herbie Jean Kemp scored the touchdown. Abby ran across the extra point, a 7-0 victory. Captain Travis Hunt played a whale of a defensive game. Jack Wells, number 20 there on the front row, saved the day several times when he broke up passes that would have meant long yardage for the Guntersville Wildcats, or then known as the Marshall County High School Wildcats. Here is a close-up of the coaches. Standing out front there is Scoop Howard. Number 94 is Boyce Stone. Number 64, Alton Miller. Miller, a native of Huntsville, had just joined the Aggie staff after studying under Red Drew and Hank Crisp at Alabama. Here are the 1948 Albertville team starters, coached by Scoop Howard and line coach Boyce Stone. Reading on the line, left to right, Glenn Chandler, Jimmy Frank Smith, Clifford Reed, at center Kyle Davis. Then there's Bobby Stewart, Travis Hunt, and Junior Kemp. The backs, left to right, number 20 is Jack Wells, number 57, Virgil Holder, 55, Abby Abercrombie, number 66 is Irby Jean Kemp. Pat Currington, a former coach of the Aggies, probably did the first live broadcast of a Gunnersville-Albertville Thanksgiving game in 1948. The Albertville Herald reported that Currington did a fine job reporting the game on WAVU. His son, Pat Jr., serves on the Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame Board of Directors. Pat Sr. lives in retirement in Gulf Shores. Boyce Stone, as a bombardier, survived 7 plane crashes over the Pacific in World War II, so it was ironic the way that he died with a bump on the head at the end of a runway in Anniston, Alabama. Stone died on November the 5th, 1960, at age 49, when the private plane he was riding crashed near the Anniston Airport. 3 others were injured, including his teammates from 1932, Scoop Howard and the pilot Stanley Matthews. These teammates from the 1931 photo, Boyce Stone on the front row left, and behind him in the latter jersey is Stanley Matthews, and standing tall on the right is Scoop Howard. 29 years later, the 3 young men would be together in a plane crash, with Boyce the only fatality. After surviving 7 plane crashes in World War II, Boyce died from a bump on the head following a plane crash near the end of a runway in Anniston, Alabama. They had been to the Auburn, Mississippi State football game when they encountered bad weather and crashed. Among his pallbearers were 3 Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame inductees, Emmett Plunkett, Frank Reed, and Thomas Scoop Howard. Coach Stone, as an Aggie line coach, was directly responsible for several All-State football players. The following is a list of some of the men who played directly under Coach Stone, and they were fortunate enough to play in college. Tommy Maddox, Ralph Smith, Jimmy Bartlett, Jim Pierce, Neil Reed, Frank Reed, Joe Wayne Roberts, and Travis Hunt. Every person who knew him had a deep respect for his coaching ability. Albertville High School had lost one of its finest friends, November 5th, 1960. Ladies and gentlemen, our inductee, Boyce Stone.
You walk in the door, it's a hometown atmosphere, just a great place to purchase a vehicle.
We're going to do what we say we're going to do.
I've been a customer for over 8 years and I love it.
The customer can relax and feel like that there's no pressure.
We've had a very good experience. I will come back here to buy whatever cars that we are going to buy in the future.
We don't try to steer you in a different direction.
For us, we don't need to go anywhere else.
We want everyone that walk in that feel like they're at home, that they're part of our family. Because at Sand Mountain Toyota, we are more than a dealership.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
At the Carpet Store, Highway 431 in Albertville, we're more than just our name. Sure, we're carpet, but we're so much more. We're ceramic floors, showers, backsplashes. We're hardwood, laminate, and luxury vinyl tile. We're installation supplies, vinyl flooring, and remnants. Why not visit our beautiful showroom and let our professional sales staff show you all the things we are? The Carpet Store, Mosley Flooring, Highway 431 in Albertville, where we're so much more than just our name.
Ladies and gentlemen, inductee Walter Raymond Dirty Wedgeworth. Walter Raymond Dirty Wedgeworth was a member of the first Marshall County High School football team to beat Albertville. The 1927 team was undefeated, including the 6-0 victory over the previously unbeaten Aggies. On the front row, left to right, I.B. High Pockets Wood was always involved with sports in the Gunnersville community, youth football, the Booster Club, and when there was a drive for the new concrete stands at the stadium, High Pockets served on the committee. Buddy Wood, his son, was an all-star on the unbeaten 55 Wildcats. Second is John H. Walls. Third is our inductee, Raymond Wedgeworth. Fourth is Nevada Whitten. Years later, he would operate an auto parts business in Albertville, and Mr. Whitten was like a father to another of our Hall of Fame inductees tonight. He gave Abby Abercrombie his first job in 1944, and we all know the success of Marion Abercrombie's auto parts business. Fifth is Grady Huckabee, the brother to Welch. Welch was a star lineman in the early 30s, and their father was a Guntersville doctor. Sixth, R.B. Norrell holding the football with 6-0 on it, the score of the Guntersville-Albertville game 1927. R.B. later helped coach the Wildcats and ran a restaurant in Southtown. Seventh, Watson Hooper, who later would become Guntersville's first full-time executive director of the Housing Authority. Eighth, Washington Bennett. Washington was deputy sheriff to Sheriff Zeke Boyles. Both were killed in the line of duty. Ninth, Mac Moss. He would serve several years as the Marshall County tax collector. Mac was involved in the biggest play in Wildcat football history. He caught the pass for the only points in that 6-0 victory over Albertville. And on the far right of the first row is Joe Creel. Creel became an attorney, and most of his practice in life was spent down in Florida. Moving to the second row, left to right, first is Sam Moore. Sam was a paint contractor in Newport, Kentucky. Second is Robert Mason, who would become a cotton ginner at Union Grove. Third, Levert Williams. Fourth, Asher Ayers, later would be a farmer and a NASA employee. Fifth is Sam Means, the little curly-haired guy in the middle. Sam was the quarterback that tossed the pass to Mac Moss for the winning points over Albertville and finished the season unbeaten. Means to Moss was a cry or a yell that was heard for several years following that victory. Sixth is Johnny Seegers. Later, he ran a meat market and was a big-time Guntersville Lake fisherman. Seventh, Fred Roberts. Eighth, Lafayette Miller. Ninth is Herschel Beard, the first of 5 outstanding Beard brothers that would play for the Wildcats. Herschel would become a cotton ginner in the Martling community. His sons, both attorneys in Guntersville, Randy and Will, would later play for the Wildcats. At the far right, George Adams. Later, he would practice medicine, serving as a doctor in the Huntsville and Decatur areas. Standing left to right, K.L. Rogers, Coach John H. Meeks, and Ray Barnard. Coach Meeks, following the 27th season, he left Guntersville, but he returned in 1932, staying for 4 more years. He coached 2 unbeaten, untied teams, 1927 and the Buddy Beard Finest St. John team of 1933. His overall Wildcat record, 29-11-4. Nell Moss, the wife of Mac Moss, Mac, of course, played on that 1927 team. She tells how Raymond got his nickname, Dirty.
He kept her house, her bathtub filled with worms and crickets and everything else that he fished with. If he had a box of worms he wasn't ready to use, he'd put them under the sink and maybe she wouldn't find them for a week later.
I can imagine.
And that's the way I understand he got his name Dirty.
So it was Mama that first called him Dirty.
It's Mama that first called him Dirty.
Okay. His mother also had another nickname she used some, and that was Rooster. Nell Moss said that Coach Sauls may have another version of Dirty. This Tom Sawyer of the Tennessee River went to Southern Military Academy at Greensboro and played center there until Birmingham Southern's coach persuaded him to come there. Wedgeworth was inducted into the Birmingham Southern Sports Hall of Fame in 1997. In his induction presentation, it was noted, if Wedgeworth had played in today's modern-day football, he would be billed as an Iron Man. Now, this is his famous picture from Birmingham Southern. This is in the era before the face mask, so this is a homemade job they had for the wedge. In 1934, Wedgeworth led Birmingham Southern to an unprecedented level of success, an undefeated 9-0 season. He was a leader on one of the most feared lines in the South. He played a critical role in each of the victories despite a broken ankle, broken finger, 2 cracked ribs, and a broken nose. Wedgeworth made the most important play and perhaps the biggest win in Birmingham Southern history. His second quarter fumble recovery against Auburn led to the only score of the game, and the Panthers upset the mighty Plainsmen 7-0. He finished his football playing, then went to Jacksonville and received his degree. There was a short tenure as Birmingham Southern freshman coach. Football was disbanded at Birmingham Southern College prior to World War II. The school has never reinstated the sport. Coach Wedgeworth would be an assistant coach at Guntersville before heading out as a head coach at Scottsboro and Dadeville, and there were coaching stops at Geneva, Notasulga, Huntsville, and Gadsden. From the October 30th, 1941 Advertiser Gleam in Guntersville, Dirty was the head coach at Dadeville, and the story goes that Dirty scouted the Wildcats in their game with Huntsville and said that Marshall had a good team, but not as good as Dadeville's. I hate to spoil an undefeated season for my own hometown, but we're going to take Marshall like a catfish takes a dough ball. Scottsboro, where Dirty had coached the year before, was so interested in seeing his Dadeville team play Marshall that it changed their game with Boaz from Friday to Thursday night. Guntersville went into the Friday night game 6-0, having scored 145 points against only 7. Dadeville won 6-2. The following appeared in the November 13, 1941 Advertiser Gleam. Guntersville team, best we have played. To the Gleam. I've been asked by the football team, the school officials, and citizens of Dadeville to make public our appreciations for the splendid time and favors shown us during our enjoyable trip to Guntersville. As stated to me by my team, Guntersville is by far the best and the cleanest team we've faced yet, and we have faced some tough ones. Very few teams can be as good losers as winners, but the Guntersville boys are certainly an exception. We all admit that we were very lucky to win, but that goes along with football. We express our appreciation to the citizens of Guntersville for their untiring efforts, and we're looking forward to playing Guntersville next year. Sincerely, Coach Ray Wedgeworth. They didn't get to play the next year because World War II was underway. Here they are, the Guntersville City Champs in fast pitch softball from the 1940s. On the back row, left to right, standing, J.P. Roden. Second is Dirty Wedgeworth. Third, Joe Morton. Fourth, Dr. A.G. Long. Fifth, Dr. Max Baines. Sixth, Farmer Jones. Seventh, Charles Abels. And on the right end, Farrell Sparks. On the front row, left to right, kneeling, Howard McGehee. Second is Ray Brown. Third, Bill Brazier. Fourth, manager Bill Harris. Fifth, Arthur Porter. And on the end, umpire Barbara Jones. One player was not pictured, Marshall County and Jacksonville State Hall of Famer Blackie Heath. In 1947, he became the defensive coordinator at Jacksonville State University. The team went undefeated, including a 7-0 victory over Florida State, and led the nation in defense. Labeled a defensive genius by the head coach Don Sauls, Coach Wedgeworth coached his defense to the 1947 record for the fewest points allowed per game at 4.2 and fewest yards per game rushing at 56. Both are still on the record book at Jacksonville State. The 1948 team lost only one game. 4 Gamecock teams won bowl games in 1948, 49, 50, and 55. The 55 Gamecocks shut out its first 6 opponents and beat Rhode Island 12-10 in the Refrigerator Bowl. Wedgeworth served as head coach in 1953, while Coach Don Sauls took a year off to pursue his doctorate. Coach Wedgeworth was one of few collegiate coaches to head coach 3 major sports at one school. As head basketball coach at JSU, his team was 17-7 in 1951-52 and 15-7 in 1952-53. The highlight of his basketball career was beating the University of Alabama's famed Rocket 8 67-63 in 1953. As head baseball coach 1964 through 1969, his teams competed every year for the Alabama Collegiate Conference Championship. His career record was 65-50. Jacksonville State gave Coach the full life in his career and in his family. In 1958, he married Eleanor, a young mother with 3 children. The next 17 years, he had a very supportive family and, according to Eleanor, a good life together. She said, "You would never hear him brag about anything. He was not a glib talker, just plain old dirty. We all just called him Wedgeworth or Wedge. He was not a gossiper. He didn't put people down." In a separate interview with Nell Moss of Guntersville, her comments were that Dirty insisted that her late husband, Mac Moss, come stand with him at his induction into the Jacksonville State Hall of Fame. Dirty was not one for a lot of show. What he did it very quietly. Ms. Eleanor said he never lost that love of hunting and fishing. He would hunt deer at Sunflower, Alabama. He raised quail and he gave most of them away. He raised chickens and gave the eggs to the players. The name Wedgeworth, one of the first attached to a ballpark in the Guntersville Recreation Parks. In 1974, a year before losing a battle with cancer, Raymond Wedgeworth became the first inductee into the Jacksonville State Hall of Fame. When Coach was laid to rest in 1975, one of the pallbearers was Mac Moss, a lifelong friend and a teammate from the 1927 unbeaten MCHS Wildcat team. Ladies and gentlemen, inductee Raymond Dirty Wedgeworth.
Horizon Communications' archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations, covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20, the second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from Coach's films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime. Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you community channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's community channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of community channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373. Horizon Communications' archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations, covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20, the second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from coaches' films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime. Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you community channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's community channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of community channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
You walk in the door, it's a hometown atmosphere, just a great place to purchase a vehicle.
We're going to do what we say we're going to do.
I've been a customer for over 8 years and I love it.
The customer can relax and feel like that there's no pressure.
We've had a very good experience.
I will come back here to buy whatever cars that we are going to buy in the future.
We don't try to steer you in a different direction.
For us, we don't need to go anywhere else.
We want everyone that walk in that feel like they're at home, that they're part of our family. Because at Sand Mountain Toyota, we are more than a dealership.
When my dad wanted a new mower, he'd say, "Come on, buddy, let's go see Jim, our local Toro dealer." For service, I'd hear, "Come on, buddy, let's call Jim." So naturally, I got my mower here. Some things never change, right, buddy? Well, some things. Real people, real support. You can't beat the personal service from your neighborhood Toro dealer. There's a Toro dealer like Jim in your town.
Visit the helpful, knowledgeable staff at Bond's Appliance on Gunner Avenue in Gunnersville.
On this side, he'll actually be a flanker. Four-step drop from the left-handed quarterback. Now he's going to run it. Tucks it down. He'll be shy of the first down as he is nailed at the 21-yard line. I formation in the backfield. Thomas turns, a little slide handoff, and here's that big tailback, Josh Walker, breaking into the clear at midfield. He's at the 40, at the 30. He is inside Knight territory. Thomas under center, quick count, not a good snap. He's going to go on the option play. Bennett juggles the ball, but he will score to the right side. A 5-yard gallop by Brad Bennett. A Boaz leading 6-0 with that 67-yard drive, culminating on a 5-yard run by Brad Bennett. Up man taking the ball at the 15, carrying it back up the field across to the 20-yard line, and he will be nailed at that point, the white-clad Boaz Tyrant. Here's the snap from center. Ball is on the ground. Fumble, and Boaz is going to pick it up. Tailback is Josh McWhorter. They turn. They run the pitch play to McWhorter. He'll run the left side. Now he'll cut back against the grain at the 30, but he'll be met by a host of white jerseys. The quarterback is come. He has an eye in the backfield. He's going to keep it and swing to the left side. He's got an opening. Fifth tackle at the 45. Crosses the 50, down to the 40, down to the 35, and run out of bounds at the 36-yard line.
Split backfield behind LeBron Lusk, who is a dangerous quarterback. We'll talk more about him. He's back to throw again. He's looking. He's in a lot of trouble. They got him. He's going down. Here's a man in motion to the near side, and Lusk is going to throw. He's incomplete and intercepted by Matt McCullough, center. And let's see, he's going to give it to Blevins. Hello, wow. Smith. Bert Smith met him head on. Bert Smith, ball on the far side hash mark. Here is Thomas. He is going to lob the pass across the middle to Brock Rutledge. He is close. He is in. Touchdown, Boaz. Split backfield behind John. He's going to throw. Looking over here to the near side for McCullers. Complete to the 45-30. He's at the 25-20 and right out of bounds at the 20-yard line. John Thomas under center again. Power eye set. They're going to leave it with Walker off the left side. This time he is in. Touchdown, Boaz. Here is Boaz. Second down. Walker going to leave it with Brad Bennett up the middle of the 10 to the 5. He's in. Touchdown, Boaz. Brad Bennett off left tackle. And an I formation for Boaz. Here is Thomas going to fake. Looking to throw. Looking deep. Got a man. Rutledge is in. Touchdown, Boaz. This time 3 tight ends. And they're going to give it to Josh Walker. A big hole off the left side. He's in. Touchdown, Boaz. Tailback, Brad Bennett at fullback, and Jermaine's going to get the fake. John's going to throw it across the middle to Heath Williams, complete. Beautiful throw and catch from Thomas to Heath Williams. There is Vaughn in motion to the right side. Swan is going to loft it up for D. Bush, and it is intercepted by Casey Vincent. Casey Vincent played cornerback, and he's going to may have a run back here, but here is Quincy Hampton in motion. Now they give it to the fullback. He is really stuck. Walker's in motion. And John's looking for the end zone to Heath Williams. He's got him. He's in. Touchdown, Boaz. Wing back to the left, I formation. They're going to deal it off to the tailback Murray. And Casey Vincent says, Brad Bennett at the fullback. Josh Walker dotting the eye at tail. They're going to fake. John's looking to throw. Good protection. Going to throw very long to McCullers. It is complete. From away at the 40. Into the 45-50. He's going to the 45-40. He's going to go all the way to the 25-20. 15, 10, 5. He's gone. Here's Rutledge in motion to the far side. Boaz on the near side hash. There's a give up the middle to Brad Bennett at the 45-40. 35-30. He could go all the way to the 20, 15, 10, 5. He's gone. Touchdown, Boaz. Cliff's in there under center. I formation behind him. They're going to toss sweep it to Jake Murray. Tries to get outside, looking for the first down. He will be denied the first down. Here is Cliff. Yeah, they're going to run the fake. It's going to come to Smalley. Boaz knows what they're doing. He's going to be stopped right along the line of scrimmage on a fine open field tackle. Cliff Mitchell going to give it to Staten on the end around. The wing back, stringing it out is Rutledge. They got him back at the 30-yard line. About the end. A good punt away. And that one almost went over his head, but he gets this one away. End over end punt that will come down to the 19-yard line. Jason Wardlaw's down there, and he covers it right along the 10-yard line. Boaz has it. And here is Jeff Dobbins going to fake, looking to roll out, wants to get it to Needham. He's in a lot of trouble. Jeremy Walker's got a beat on him, and he is going to try to sack him. He's still on his feet, and now a gang of Boaz Pirates sack him all the way back to the 22-yard line. Dobbins goes to the long count on virtually every down. They're going to give it to the fullback, and he is hit in the backfield by Jermaine Davis. With Brad Bennett, he's got 3 wide receivers. Bennett's going to get the call. Found a hole to the 45-40. He's a midfield up to the 45-yard line. Brad Bennett are the fullback. Josh Walker at the tail. Walker will get the call to the left side. He's trying to get in. He's in. Touchdown, Boaz. Josh Walker. Rutledge set to kick off. He kicks a little squibber that's going to hit down. Boaz got it. Boaz, I believe, has it, Ricky. He kicked a little squibber that went off the chest of Jonathan Easton, and Boaz recovered.
Fumble on the plate. And the Pirates have recovered.
And it'll come down this time to Keith Allen, who is wrapped up immediately around the 15-yard line.
Harbin wide right, the wing back in motion to the far side. He's going to float a little pass. That is intercepted by Joey Patterson to the 35-30. He's got a lot of blockers to the 20. Cuts it in at the 15 to the 10 and going to be dragged down right along the 5-yard line. Going to give it, fake it to Walker. Now he's going to run the option.
Have the touchdown.
John is in, untouched. McCullers wide left. Rutledge slot left, and John's looking to throw, looking for Carroll at the 37-yard line, complete to the 35, to the 30, and Stephen is run out of bounds along the 25-yard line. That's Brad Bennett and Jermaine Davis behind him, and they're going to keep it to Thomas, running the option. 35 takes to the 40, butts away to the 48-yard line. Good snap from Jason Wardlaw. The punt is away, wobbly spiral that'll come down to Milner about the 15. Milner tries to take a tackle. And he's going to be wrapped up at the 15-yard line. Split backfield behind him, Kyle Claiborne and Brad Bennett. Here's John going to throw again, going to set up the screen to Rutledge. Got some room to the 35, 30, flag in at the 25, and all the way down to near the 20-yard line. Walker from his tailback spot in motion. Here's John looking to throw to the middle. Heath Williams has it. He's in. Touchdown, Boaz. Here's Jess Wright under center. He's got an I formation behind him. They're going to deal it off to number 1, Damon Terrell, and he runs right smack dab in the I formation. Claiborne at the tail. There is a fake to Bennett. Now John's going to run the option. Flips it to Claiborne. Breaks the tackle at the 40. Gets the first down at the 35-yard line. 2nd and 17 for John Thomas. He's going to deal it to Josh Walker, who has a hold of the 50. Cuts it outside, trying to get to the 45. They're in there in an I formation. John Thomas is going to fake to Walker. He's rolling to the right. Got a man wide open over there. Brock Rutledge has it at the 35 and driven out of bounds and along the 25-yard line. Left wing back in motion to the near side. And now Griffith, the quarterback, rolling out, tries to throw it, and he is intercepted. Stephen Carroll on a beautiful play. Here's Josh Walker now in motion. They're going to fake to Kyle Claiborne, who's in there. They get the swing pass to Walker, looking for the end zone. He's in! He's in! Touchdown, Boaz! Again, a wishbone set. Griffith is going to fake. He's got trouble from the backside. Jermaine Davis trying to run him down. Now he lifts a pass that is intercepted by Kyle Claiborne. Over the ball, I formation for him. John's going to fake. Now looking to throw lots of time. Looking for Rutledge. Got him for the first down. Tries to cut it in at the 50 and gets up to the 45-yard line for Boaz. There is a fake. John is going to look for Rutledge on the flag right in the end zone. He's got it! Touchdown, Boaz on a beautiful play. Their slot receiver is Sean Lusher. But this time they're going to leave it with Jones again as Lax handed it to him, and he is game tackled as they'll form a trips, and they're going to throw a little wide receiver screen to Jones, who fumbled the ball. That's a lateral. Boaz is on it, and Boaz has it. Boaz has Josh Walker and John Thomas in double safety. Low snap, but Haney handled it. It'll come down to Thomas at the 25. Tried to turn the corner to the 30, 35, 40, 45. Cuts it inside to the 50. Needs a block. Broken tackle to 45. Now Greer in motion to the far side. They're going to leave it with Josh Walker to the 30, 25. Got some room to the 20. Tries to turn it to the 15 to the 10. Cut down right along the 5-yard line. A pass to McCullers. Now he's going to throw it to McCullers, who has it down there. He's in! Touchdown, Boaz on a great catch by Matt McCullers.
Boaz Pirates. Quarterback drops straight back. Going to try to find the man out in the flat. He's wide open. He's going to have the ball at the 40. He's got it across the midfield. He's in across the territory. He's going to be down about the 42, 44-yard line. It's 3rd down and 8. 4:20 to go. Quarterback's going to be rolling around to his left. Try to find the man out in the flat. Got his man. And they're going to have a first down up the 45-yard line of Crossville. Quarterback drops straight back. He's going to try to find the man off left sideline. Got him in the open now. Touchdown, Boaz. Reverse this side to Davison. What? No. 3rd down and 8 now. Quarterback drops straight back. Once again, screen play across the middle. Oh, goodness. 2 missed tackles.
DuBose and Knowles in the backfield. Tucker looking to throw. He's got all day. Throwing very long. And it is intercepted by Stephen Carroll at the 45 to the 50. He's to the 45 to the 40. And he's run down at the 38-yard line. Guys will split the backfield now. Both ends split away. There's a fake to Josh Walker by John Thomas, who fakes. He's going to try to run for the first down. Good run by Thomas. He's nailed at the 25-yard line, but not before he got the first down behind John Thomas. Here's John going to fake to Walker, rolling out, looking for Bennett. He's got him. He's down at the 5. He's in! Touchdown, Boaz! Brad Bennett is in!
Horizon Communications' archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations, covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20, the second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from coaches' films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime. Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you community channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's community channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of community channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Visit Boaz Discount Drugs and Johnson Hallmark in their new location just up the street on the corner of Highway 168 and Elizabeth Street in Boaz. Same helpful, friendly service with personal attention to each prescription. Boaz Discount Drugs is your prescription compounding specialist with custom medications to fit your needs. And Johnson's Hallmark is your source for all occasion cards and gift items. Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is a proud supporter of our community and our local schools, academics, and athletics. Best of luck to all our local teams throughout the season. Our mission at Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is to provide the most reliable electrical service at the lowest possible rate. We strive to achieve our mission with quality and reliable service and a commitment to our consumer needs. We want to be a beacon in each community that we serve.
This is Julie Battles for Twilight Monument Company. It's hard to lose someone you love, and at Twilight Monument Company, they want to help give your loved one a nice memorial that you can enjoy for generations. Come see my papa, Jerry Battles, at Twilight Monument Company, 256-593-7792.
He's going to get the snap now. He's going to fake. Bootleg to the right. Looks like he's going to throw. He's got a man down there. Rutledge from the tight end. He's the 35-30. Rugged down to the 25-20. And he's still on his feet to the 10. To the 5. He's gone. Touchdown, Boaz. First possession of the year. Jermaine Davis is the fullback. Tailback is Josh Walker, and he'll get the pitch from Thomas, who cuts. Walker cuts it inside. He's breaking tackle. 35-40. To the 45-50. Can he outrun? To the 45-30. 25 still on his feet at the 20 and inside the 20-yard line. Stewart under center. going to give it up the middle again. He's hit hard his championship tonight. I formation. Stewart under center. He's going to look, going to give it on the delay, and he's going to go nowhere. Jason Walker grabs it. Adam Goss trying to cut it up. 2nd and 6, I formation, man wide right. There is Thomas going to give it to Allen, who breaks the tackle to the 30, and is close to the 25-yard line. This is going to be a give to Allen up the middle. No, John Thomas has it on fake at the 10. Can he cut it inside to the 5? Rolls out of a tackle. He's in. Touchdown, Boaz. John under the center. Now he's going to give it to the tailback. Goss, no sir. For Arab, I formation. Here is Tyler. He's looking to throw. He's going to throw a little screen out here to Goss, and he's wrapped up, hit hard by Carvin and Cleveland. Slot, I formation. Tyler is going to throw. He's under trouble. He fumbled the ball. Ball's on the ground, way back to the 20-yard line. Back. Chris Allen dotting the I tail. John wants to throw. He's under pressure. Now he's going to loft one down the field to Baker. Complete to the 45-yard line. Baker back in there at wideout. There's Jermaine Davis with the ball up the middle. Broke through 40. To the 35-30. To the 25-20. To the 15. To the 10. To the 5. He's gone. View Bears. Here's a give to the first man through, and he's going nowhere. They're going to give it to Tucker. He's going to be shot down. Somebody knifed through there.
Throw long, he's wide open. Matthews at the 19, to the 15, to the 10. He fumbled the ball. It's picked up by Boaz on the 5-yard line, running it back up to the 28-yard line of the Gunnersville Wildcats. Here's again, well, the tailback was still in there, or Allen was in, and also Josh Walker, the Bass Pirates. And the quarterback rolls out to the left. He looks, he throws for the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Boaz. Quarter for a rest period. Gunnersville goes back to the offense, needing about 12 yards, and Andy Swan on the keeper play. It's going to be 5 early in this third quarter. The kickoff by Dandridge, end over end to McCullers at the, or to Josh Walker at the 15. He's breaking outside to the 40, midfield. After that timeout, Andy Swan gives it up to Kowalski, trying to sweep around the left end. He has to cut in and take traffic, makes it up to the 35, and that's as far as he can get. Andy Swan to pass, looks over the middle, throws long. It is intercepted by Boaz at the 35. He's back to the 40, reverses his field, goes to the 45, to midfield. A penalty flag goes down the far sideline he goes, and finally is knocked out of bounds across the yard line, out the I slot formation out on the right. The play goes off the left tackle. Oh, he's breaking it. Andy Swan's the only man. Now comes Matthews, but heading him off, cutting him off. Here's Josh Walker back of him in the I. The give to Josh Walker. He breaks off left tackle. He's going to go all the way for a touchdown for the Pirates. Josh Walker, Andy Swan takes the snap of the Wildcats on the second down play. He throws, interception. Rutledge intercepts at the 36. Rutledge back into the 25-yard line.
Cliff Mitchell under center. He's going to give it. There's a fumble on the play in the backfield by Sean Adams, and he's going to be wrapped up for a big loss. The fullback, and Adams is the tail. They're going to give it to Adams again. Trying to look for yardage. He's really hit hard. 45-yard line's the spot. Here's Mitchell. He's going to fake. Now he's going to throw the option to Bolding, and he's going to be hit behind the line, the wide side of the field. And there's a fake, and John's going to look to throw underneath to Jermaine, who's got it to the 50. Tries to cut it up to the 45. He's still on his feet to the 40, trying to strip the ball of the Eagles, but they're not going to do it. And he's up under center. He's got the wingback Adams in motion, and they're going to pitch to George Bolding. Broke a tackle, but now he's going to be swarmed with 9:10 on the clock. There as they give to Sean Adams. He's hit hard by 3 or 4 Boaz Pirates and driven backwards. Chris Tarbin there. Here's Cliff. Mitchell is going to give it to Bolding around the right end. He's going to be hit for a big loss. Somebody
Thomas, long snap count, drops back, throws, got a man open, 20, 25, 30, 35, one man to beat, 40, 45, midfield, tackle from behind. Rodney Smith, good snap, plenty of time, the kick is away, Brock Rutledge with a punt, good kick, high kick, it's going to bounce around the ball. Did he stop it? Yes, he did, around the 1 yard. 2 tight end set. Thomas fakes the handoff. Rose, who's left. Throws down, throw. Got a man wide open. Complete. 30-yard line to the 26-yard line. A 23-yard gain. Playing 3rd down and a short 1. Glover and McClendon behind Dobbins. The gift to McClendon. Up the middle. Being hit. Going down. A loss on the play. Tim McClendon behind him. The gift to McClendon. Hit at the line. Going backwards. No gain on that play.
Fairview, but no, he is denied the first. Fairview. Here's Rutledge. Wobbly spiral. Good kick. Fumble on the play. Let's see. I believe Boaz has it, Ricky, and they do. Josh Walker got on it. Oh, Dansby under center. He's going to roll to the right, looking for Baggett in the end zone. He's got him, and it is broken up, incomplete. High formation. Last time they were in this, they gave it to Jenkins. Now he's got it on an end around, and he's hit by Tarvin in the backfield. Elks over there on that left side is 304 pounds. Here's Jerome Jenkins with a handoff, reverses his field, and he's going to be dropped for a big loss. He slips out of the tackle, and now they gang tackle him. Wishbone attack. John's going to fake. Now he's going to throw to Brad Bennett out of the backfield to the 35, and he's good for about 8 yards. And Boaz from the 46. Here's Josh Walker. Spins out of a tackle, 40, 35, 30, he may go, 25, 20, 15, 10, but run down and on the 10-yard line. To the 12, here's John, gonna look to throw, rolling right, got Brad Bennett at the 10, to the 5, he's in, touchdown Boaz. That's gotta be encouraging. Here's John, they're gonna try to get it to Bennett. Now he's gonna throw up top to Rutledge, who has it at the 3, and he's in for the score. They're gonna deal it off to that last man over there. And that's number 22, James Woods, and Wordlaw's now on the right side in those end positions. Here is a give up the middle to number 2, Jack Dupree, and he's driven backwards at the ball on the near side hash mark. And here is a fake, and John's going to throw, looking for McCullers, who makes a fantastic catch inside the 20-yard line. Here is Griffith going to run the option. He's in a lot of trouble. Somebody's got him. Jason Wordlaw's got him, and he puts him down. Here is Cherokee County running the 4th down play. There's Griffith. Somebody got him. Jason Wordlaw nailed him again in the backfield. It's in Dusty Brooks to the right, and they will come out in a split backfield. And now the quarterback, Sauls, is going to get it out here to Jared Walker, and he is wrapped up immediately. 11 from the 15. Here's Sauls looking to pass. Now they're going to run the same play. They're going to try some trickery. Halfback pass, lame duck, that is intercepted by Vincent right along the 25-yard line. Here's John Thomas going to deal to Josh Walker, trying to cut it up. Does cut it up. He may score. He does. He's in. Touchdown, Boaz. Backfield, wing back right. There is a give, and Boaz stuffed that one. Game at fullback along with Josh Walker. The tail. Now they're going to fake it. John's going to roll out, looking to throw. Got a man wide open down there. Brought right. Touchdown. Touchdown, Boaz. Split backfield. Here's another give to Jonathan Walker. Whoa, is he net? 4 wide receivers. Sauls looking to throw. He's in a lot of pressure, and he's going down. They got him back inside the 50. Heck, we'll call it 22, something like that. Sauls looking to throw. It is intercepted. It is intercepted by Josh Walker. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. High formation behind John Thomas, who will take the sneak, and they're going to try to carry him in. He is in. Touchdown, Boaz. Sauls is Freeman. Freeman will stay in the block, and now Saul's in a lot of trouble. Rutledge has him. He's going down. 5 wide receivers, no setback. Saul's looking to pass. He's in heavy pressure, and they got him down. He's going down along the 20. Sardis, 4th and very, very long. And 10 seconds in the game, Whit Jones is going to be sacked down along the 7 or 8 yard line.
Split backfield. Mikey Wade's going to have the ball off the left side. He's going to be stopped short. 11:07. Crossville has the ball. Harper's going to have it on the end around. He runs through 2, and he's going to be finally pulled down by the shoestring. Zach Wallace comes wide left. Going to be an option play. Mikey Wade, he's going to be wrapped up in the backfield and not get back to the line of scrimmage. Todd Harper comes in motion left. Going to be a rollout. Misdirection. Going to try to pass it. Ball's on the ground. Somebody needs to pick it up. Boaz may have it.
Horizon Communications' archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations, covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20, the second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from coaches' films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime. Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you community channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's community channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of community channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373.
With gas prices and inflation at an all-time high, Alexander Ford understands it's tough out there. We do not want to be just some dealership, we want to be your dealership. For all your sales, parts, and service needs, we believe we can save you money. We have new inventory on the way, a fully stocked parts department, and an award-winning service department.
Alexander Ford has been family owned and operated for over 50 years in Boaz. We want to be a part of your family.
First Baptist Church of Gunnersville is another proud supporter of Gunnersville High School. Best of luck to the Wildcats throughout the seasons.